everybody, and welcome back to Equestria Live number 18. And this is your host, Adagio Zaza. Yes, I'm back. Celestia invited me to talk about this since what we are... Celestia invited me to talk about this since we... Celestia invited me to talk about this since what we are going to be discussing today is my field of research. How am I even in Equestria if I got banished from it? I don't know. Don't ask me. This alternate version of Equestria makes no sense. It's like Discord took over, but she smoked deliriums.
Yeah. Kinda.
By the way, if you haven't checked it out, check out our newest production, Equestria Lesbians Delirium Edition.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Link in the description.
It has amassed a box office of a total of $0.5, which is 0.5 more than our budget was. I could finally buy myself a new
Yes, there was profit, marginal but existent. Anyways, back to the show. Celestia went to check out Clujtown, probably to buy more fillies, but also because something radical has happened over there. She'll be back to tell us about it tomorrow. In the meantime, boy, do we have news for you. Regarding Fluttershy's information on the location of the whereabouts, which contains information... Wait. Regarding Fluttershy's information on the location of her whereabouts, which contains information... Who writes this? Ugh. Anyway. Before we begin, I need to make a correction in our script. But by that I mean the script from over 2 weeks ago, when we first talked about this. The script back then said, but approximately 12 days ago was when she was last seen. Well, it should have said 12 hours ago, because that's what it was. If it was 12 days ago back then, it wouldn't have been fresh to cover.
Now we're correcting scripts from 14 days ago.
Yeah, nah, we are. Oh well, it's just to give further context. Anyways, you, dear listeners, might be wondering, what is up with Fluttershy at the moment? What is so grand and great that it said, boy, do I have news. Did she found a cult, and it's going well for her? Did she actually help other ponies out find their spiritual destiny? Or did she go completely batshit insane? Well, none of that. I ventured there myself, to her whereabouts, which was a scary and terrifying endeavor, but I found her and I talked to her. She is actually completely coherent and normal, believe it or not, albeit committed to finding the most potent substance there is, which could launch her into, quote, the highest of the highest insights imaginable. Her friend, Tree Hugger, is also there and seems to be coherent as well. This might make you think that everything turned out alright. Well, it certainly seemed that way to me at first as well, but actually, I would be mistaken if it wasn't for the little shack they built in the hideout, which isn't really a hideout, since they're not really hiding anything. Let's call it their whereabouts. And I wouldn't have given that shack a second thought if it wasn't for the weird smell coming right out of it. It was like, super unbearable. I asked if I could take a peek inside, and they agreed. What I saw inside was a straight-up drug lab. They had their gear ready to cook up some shit. They didn't let me set foot further than one step, because I might get intoxicated if I didn't put on some sort of protection. I asked what they were cooking. Fluttershy turned to me with her wide eyes and responded somewhat hazily, 5-MU DMT, of course. As if she was immediately up in ecstasy when she entered that shack. If we can't find it, we're gonna make it. Then they asked me to leave since they had to get going with their shift. So now I'm back here. The motherfuckers started their own meth lab. Let's hope it's not any dangerous drug and they're just trying to sell it under the guise of benevolent spirit seekers. And why are they cooking so much? Are they like going through trial and error? Testing out different batches and actually seeing which ones work? Damn, they must be like high 24/7. Maybe they're handling this shit with certain precautions and certain protocol.
Koyoshi.
Okay, this has been Equestria Live, and thanks for stopping by. Rarity, now please, I need the cut. Arya's starving.
Again with this shit? Adagio, you fucked me over so hard last week that I don't think I'll be forgiving you anytime soon. I barely recovered, and now this prick, Celestia, has stripped me of my position. Things are getting even worse. I lost my fucking shoe on the way here, and my fucking hairpin. You know how bad this is? How am I gonna sell this fucking steel at the black market if I don't have
Rarity,
it?
this has nothing to do with me not getting paid. What you do outside of the Equestria Live doesn't pertain to me. Can you just give me the money?
No, because I have to save it up.
Well, it's kind of your fault you don't have the money, to be honest. You should have gone with a less
no.
scummy sponsor.
Well, it's kinda your fault that Arya is still starving.
Fair point.
Sunset, shh.